Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm actually going to be speaking about my anxiety and school phobia and when I got diagnosed. This is a very hard subject for me to talk about, and you're probably thinking, if it's that hard, how can you talk about it on YouTube to a lot of people? So I am going to explain why. The reason I wanted to upload this video is just to help people out. When I was younger, we didn't have YouTube or anything. I was diagnosed over 10 years ago and YouTube was just starting out then. So you couldn't really search and watch people who had gone through the same thing and relate to them. You had to talk to people, and to me it was hard to admit to people that I had anxiety and school phobia, and I didn't want people to think I was different or anything like that. So I really wanted to explain what school phobia is for them people that don't know, and for them people that do know, I hope you can relate to me, and I hopefully can show you that you can get better, and it does get better as you get older. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. I was about 10 when I got diagnosed with anxiety and school phobia, which I think is quite young because normally you are a little bit older. It all stemmed for me, I think, when I started to be scared of being sick, and this was from a young age. I was scared of being sick for a long time, and I was also very concerned about catching germs that would make me sick, which made me wash my hands a lot. And I don't mean sort of 10 times a day, I mean over 100 times a day, so much that it took over a lot of my life. I also moved primary school. I think it was towards the end of year 5. I wasn't happy where I was, and I was quite lucky that my mum worked at a primary school that I could go to. My anxiety and school phobia got worse after this. I'm not entirely sure why. It sometimes just happens, but my mum started finishing work at 1 o'clock and I could not be there without her. If you have anxiety, you may understand that sometimes you have a safety blanket. This may be a person that if you're going to have a panic attack, you feel safe around, you feel like they can calm you down, and whether this being your grandparents, your parents, a partner, a family member, a friend or anything, if this person is with you, they can calm you down. And this was my mum for me, and I just wanted her by just so I wasn't so anxious all the time. I also think my school phobia got worse when I went into secondary school. I really shut myself out over the summer between primary school and secondary school. I actually became housebound. That means that I couldn't leave the house at all. I think I was housebound for about 2 or 3 months. Unless I was with my mum, I would not leave the house, and I really didn't want my mum to leave me in the house because I didn't like being on my own because of my panic attacks. And it got really difficult for me. I also went to a secondary school where my friends from the primary school didn't go to, and I think that made it a lot harder because I wasn't going somewhere where I knew everyone. Well, I did know a few people who were going to the school, but not that they understood what I was going through, where my best friend Jess understood at primary school, and I'm very lucky that she is still my best friend to this day. So when I started secondary school, my attendance was 13%. That was the highest I got to in year 7. And a lot of you are probably thinking you must have never gone to school. I didn't. I started going for an hour a day, and I think it took me nearly up to a year to finally have a full day at school. I was very, very, very lucky that my family was so supportive, and the school I went to let me gradually go in, because I really did used to have bad panic attacks. I used to get up in the morning and have panic attacks, or I'd get to the school gate and have such bad panic attacks that I couldn't go in, which was really scary for me because I thought, well, everybody goes to school, why can't I go to school like everybody else? And I started to sort of question why this was happening to me. I didn't know anyone to talk to who would understand, because unless you're going through it, you don't understand what it's like, and it is very, very difficult. My anxiety and school phobia got worse when I was in year 8, when I was extremely bullied. I got bullied out of my school, and unfortunately I got bullied out of the next school as well, which really made my anxiety bad. I had a lot of time off during this period. I was then very, very lucky to get into the school that Jess went to, which was nowhere near my school. As you know now, you can't just pick a school, you have to be in the catchment area. It's down to the council, not to the school itself, to accept you. Whereas when I was in primary school, it was up to the school whether they wanted to accept you, even if you weren't in the catchment area. I think I went to Swanmore in year 9. After this, my anxiety and school phobia got a lot better. I think this was because I was going somewhere new, it was new people, I didn't know a lot of people, and to me it was sort of a chance to start new. Nobody knew about my anxiety, nobody knew about my school phobia other than Jess, and I really enjoyed it. I did still have a timeout card, which is I could just hold it up in class and I could go out whenever I wanted for a breather. Had this up until year 11 when I left, and also during my GCSEs in year 11 I sat at the back so I could go out at any point, because I would have a panic attack if I'm in a room full of people and I can't leave. So I was lucky enough to be able to be escorted out when I needed to. I am extremely lucky to be able to say that my anxiety has pretty much gone. If you met me now, you probably wouldn't know that I ever had anxiety. The only time I would have a panic attack now is if like I said, I was in a room full of people where I cannot leave. I get very anxious. I've always had it. I don't think it's something that's going to go away. As long as I'm able to leave, I'm fine. But I was very lucky that my school phobia went. Sometimes it can carry on into jobs. It had gone by the time I started working, and I can work okay now without any anxiety. I also had a counsellor when I was younger, which really helped me because she really helped me understand what I was going through. It was okay and that it was going to get better. So I was really, really grateful for that. So now I'm 19 years old. I now work part-time, 12 to 5, Monday to Friday as a receptionist, and I also do YouTube videos. I am so proud of myself for how far I've come from how poorly I was, and I just wanted to share my story with you guys and just tell you that if you do suffer with anxiety or you do suffer with school phobia, that you are not alone. And I hope that I can let you know that you can get through it and you can get better, and you will probably not have it forever. So I really hope this video even helped just one person that watches this. And if you do want to know any more about my school phobia or my anxiety, if you did want to pop a comment down below, or if you didn't because it's a private subject, you can also direct message me and I will reply to you as much as I can. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and please give it a like if you did, and also subscribe because I make new videos every Wednesday and every Sunday. And I really hope you guys like this video and that it helped you. Bye.